All right, so she's a life coach from Antigua and Barbuda who won the trip of her dreams to visit space. By the way, when I met her, I said, you're the lady who went to the moon. She said, I did not go to the moon. I went to space, which we think is the same place. Her name is Mrs. Keisha Schahaff. Schahaff. And she's the first Caribbean traveler to space, and she's here with us now to tell us what she brought for me. What we did ask her before, and she didn't bring anything. Good morning. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. I think I could say welcome to Jamaica because this is your first time to Jamaica.
Yes.
But you really didn't come to Jamaica to tell us about space. You came for another reason. You were invited by Arden High?
I came here to speak with the children about my experience of space, actually, and to motivate them to believe in dreams and, you know, just to share my story and my transformational journey with them. Just keeping it real with them, letting them see this is real life. And once you work on yourself and, you know, like know what your dreams are and be in that alignment with it, it can come true for you.
Fantastic. How does a young lady from Antigua and Barbuda end up in space? How did that come about?
I've always wanted this since I was a little girl. I remember tales of my grandfather, stories. When I was around 2 years old, he told me about the first man that went to the moon, Neil Armstrong. Yep. Yes, so he also showed me pictures of him in the magazine, and I thought that was so fascinating. But for a 2-year-old, you know, the way our mind works, so it was just a big fantasy. So I held on in that fantasy as growing up, and I just found myself attracted to anything space-related, movies and stuff like that.
You were a flight attendant?
I was a flight attendant.
Did that have anything to do with the fact that you wanted to go to space?
Well, that was the closest that I could get at the time, because we're in the Caribbean. I didn't see how that was possible. Nobody speaks about that. And if you do speak about that, they look at you like wacky person, you know?
Yeah.
So it was the first time ever that I felt like I was in a tribe, that I belonged, like I found my people, all the people who were space nerds, and, you know, so it was just beautiful.
Yeah. What was the process? How did you know about having an opportunity to go there, and what did you have to do? And, well, there's a whole heap of question in one. And then what was the feeling like when you heard, they picked me? But how did it come about in the first place? How did you know about all that?
So first of all, I started a transformation in my own life because I felt like I was not acquiring what I wanted. So I started working on my own healing and all of that. And then doing that now, my daughter is going off to university. And then I started in my own feelings, feeling depressed. Okay, my child is leaving now. What am I going to do? And then I started praying to the universe. And then suddenly an ad just pops up on the TV screen. Would you like to go to space? It was a fundraiser held with Virgin Galactic and Space for Humanity, so they can send people to space. So when I saw that lottery, I entered, and then to my surprise, 2 months later, they called me and said, you know, they just showed up at my house actually and said, you're the winner. So Richard Branson and his whole entourage, his team just came into my house and you're going to space.
Did you have to pay for a ticket or something like that? Not the ticket.
There was a donation. Oh. Sorry, there was a donation, so you can donate, you know, whatever you wanted to that cause.
Okay.
And you could actually become a winner as well. So it was a great chance.
So when they told you that you didn't pass out?
I screamed. There's a very embarrassing video going all over YouTube, and with me screaming.
And you had to do training for this, or you just go sit down and go and fly, go space and come?
Well, a little of both. So we had some really good training. It was just a fun process. So got to meet like a lot of the experts who helped to build this. And then they shared all the stories about this craft, like the emergencies and knowing about the equipment and knowing how to maneuver yourself when you get to space. So that was really brilliant. So Virgin Galactic had a readiness program they put me through, and then Space for Humanity had a leadership program that they put me through, because the whole idea is about
on TV right there.
About making an impact. Yeah. Oh yes, that's me.
Were you nervous? Were you scared? Were you apprehensive? What was the feeling?
I believe I felt all the emotions in one, but the biggest emotion that came through was the excitement. So that I feel like thinking about all of that, processing it, there might have been fear, there might have been all of that, but because of the excitement of what was happening, I just thought about the end idea. So
but you didn't go alone, did you?
No, that's the best part. I got to bring my daughter with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were sitting there, I guess when you watch movies, you hear the counting down and 10, 9. When you were sitting there getting ready to take off, what kind of feeling was that?
anxiety and excitement, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm actually doing this.
What was your daughter going through? Was she?
She was excited too. She
wasn't
was
scared?
thrilled. No, she wasn't scared at all because
So
I
you
did
weren't
ask
scared
her.
of cat?
I wasn't scared. Trust me, I wasn't. The only thing that I really had fear about was the public, facing the public.
Right.
Media, because I'm a very shy person. I'm very timid and shy, and that's me.
Hold on, no, man. Keisha, you are going to the moon.
I know.
You're going to the moon. Are you concerned about speaking to the media?
For some reason, I don't know why.
Right. So the trip in space was very short, but the overall trip was a pretty decent time.
It was a decent time because what happened is it's a very special craft. It's not a rocket that it takes off from, like traditional rockets. This is actually like a commercial flight where you're taking off on a runway. It has a carrier craft called Eve, and that's carrying the rocket ship. So it takes you up to about 45,000, 50,000 feet, and then you air launch. So it releases you, and then the rocket motor just ignites, and then that's a fun blast going all the way up into space. So we went from about 45,000 feet to 290,000 feet.
In about 2 seconds.
Exactly, less than a minute. And wow, you just get a nice facelift. So that's why I look so young.
I'm sure that's the reason. I was watching. So you were in space, I think, for about 3 minutes?
About 3 minutes, yeah.
So when you get up there, what? So you're strapped down or you fly out?
Well, you definitely take your seatbelt off and you just easily float up. And I was like, wow. At the first second, it felt a little uncomfortable, but then very quickly, your body I just felt such a release being in this zero gravity. It was amazing. It was beautiful.
You do it again?
Of course I would. Of course I would. I hope I can. I don't know.
Because they're getting to the stage now that this might be just a regular thing, and any old Joe, old Joe who have plenty of money can
space tourism.
can just go on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Space for Humanity, what they're doing is helping people as well. Like they're funding people to go to space. So I think that's just brilliant, the work that they're doing.
Fantastic to meet
you. Thank you for you too.
It's interesting that you were a life coach when you said you're shy.
I had to work on myself. That's why I became a life coach, so I could get over it.
So you're not shy anymore?
Not anymore.
Oh, brilliant. Fantastic to meet you.
Thank you.
Have some fun while you're here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Where in Antigua are you from?
I'm from Cashew Hill originally.
Cashew Hill.
Yeah, but I don't live there right now. That's close to town. It's close to St. John's.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Blessings.
Thank you.
Say hi to your daughter. And next time you go in, just tell them that you have a little man in Jamaica that they have to carry when you come back.
You will go to space?
If you're with me, yeah.
Oh, you're so sweet. So the interview is finished?
It is, but sit with me for a while. She's
Sure.
the first Caribbean traveler to the moon. I'm just like say to the moon. Keisha Schahaff. Second edition of News in 5 comes up now. Stay with us, please. We come back with much more after that. Soon come. Agana Space.